the co-main event for UFC 291, legendary Polish power against Pereira. Who will win that fight in this video, guys? Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Salam alaikum to everyone.
So this is a fight that really surprised me when it got announced. I thought like, hey, that's very interesting that they match them up like that, but I see why the UFC does that, because still, Blachowicz is a hard matchup for Pereira, a very dangerous one. But I think they could have done much worse for Pereira. And they don't want Pereira to get, I don't know, absolutely ragdolled by a, let's say, for example, Sheldon Almeida. Pereira as a champion, Pereira as a top contender is very good for the UFC. He brings a lot of eyes, a lot of pay-per-views and everything. Even though I do believe Jan Blachowicz is very dangerous, and most people will probably go with Blachowicz because if you look at the fight against Izzy could not hurt Blachowicz in the stand-up, and Izzy controlled Pereira in their first fight in the octagon for the whole fight, like hit him a lot and stuff. Izzy couldn't get up from the takedowns of Blachowicz, and Pereira is training BJJ/MMA since less of a time than Izzy. So the normal thought process would be like, hey, Blachowicz will just take him down and finish him. And I have to say, if Blachowicz gets the fight to the ground, this will be very tough for Pereira. He trains with the best guy he can train, with Glover, who, by the way, beat Blachowicz already. He trains with the best guy for that. But it's still hard to develop skills that Blachowicz has been developing his whole life in a few years when it comes to grappling. Now, nevertheless, I have a different opinion on that fight. I would not be surprised if Blachowicz takes him down and just ground and pounds him to a decision or finishes him on the ground. But what you have to see is Jan Blachowicz is a kickboxer. Jan Blachowicz even said himself he will not just shoot for dear life. He wants to test his stand-up against Pereira. And normally when people say that, it will not end good for them. You remember Strickland? When he tried to test his stand-up against Pereira, and Strickland's not a small middleweight either, even though he was a welterweight once, yes, but he fought at light heavyweight as well, or in a catchweight bout, close to light heavyweight. Just to say, because people say, but Strickland's not Blachowicz, Blachowicz has a better chin, blah, blah, blah. Blachowicz has a good chin. I mean, last time he has been knocked out was years ago, 2017 or something. But we all know how much power Pereira possesses. And I just have a feeling, and we don't have to make a big of a breakdown here. I mean, it's pretty clear. Jan is a phenomenal striker, but Pereira is probably the more experienced kickboxer and the more dangerous striker, I would say. Even though the legendary Polish power can definitely catch Pereira, Pereira's chin does not seem to be the very best, even though I believe a lot of that is because of his weight cut to middleweight, which will not be a factor this time, and I believe Pereira will be even stronger this time. But it's pretty evident as well that Blachowicz is probably the better grappler. But I believe that the fight will be like this. The fight will start.
If you don't know, now you know.
And Pereira will come up pretty aggressively, and Blachowicz will try stand-up against Pereira. And I do believe that it will end pretty similar like it ended with Strickland, that before he can even think about shooting or adjusting something, he will get rocked with a left hook by Pereira or a right hand.
A left hand and a left shoulder.
And the calf kicks of Pereira are also a big factor in that fight, because Blachowicz has phenomenal leg kicks. It's same like Dustin Poirier against Justin Gaethje. Poirier has phenomenal leg kicks, phenomenal. But Gaethje is just one step ahead with the leg kicks. So is Pereira against Blachowicz. So I believe he'll butcher his legs a little bit, few times. He doesn't need many kicks from Pereira. And then find the chin. And I do believe that Pereira will finish Jan Blachowicz in round number 1. I think he will catch him with something before he can even shoot a takedown, like 2 minutes in or something, and finish him pretty similar like he did Strickland. This is my prediction. What is your prediction, guys? Write it in the comments right now. Who do you think will win and how, which round, whatever, all in the comments, guys. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and that you don't get caught by Pereira's left hook. Eat your fruits and eat your vegetables, guys. Until the next one, bye-bye. Bloodsport out.